Hello my loyal companions, welcome back to the channel. Today's video I'm going to bring back the Rogue Spectates series where I take high level gameplay and break it down here for you on the channel. This particular video is going to come from the CMG 10K Grand Finals between Cute Hamsters and Public Enemies, and it's going to be taken from their first match on lockdown. If you do go on to enjoy the video or you just want to see daily, educational, Rogue Company content, make sure you drop a like and subscribe to the channel. But for now, let's get into it. So we're going to be spectating Bot's perspective from Cute Hamsters here. He's going to be playing Anvil, and they're going to be on the defensive side first here on lockdown. And I'll explain a little about the team comps as we see. We see the Seeker coming out for both teams, as well as the Talon. Again, this Intel playstyle is very, very common at the moment in the meta, and particularly Talon on this map is used a lot for the flashbang potential as well. In terms of healer, the defensive team have gone for the Dahlia to link with the Anvil for the flash immunity, and the attacking team have gone for Saint. Then the difference comes in between the Anvil and the Kestrel. You can see this starts out as a very early B rush, very common. We've seen 3 people, but not all 4. This is very aggressive positioning from Cute Hamsters, able to take this, and it is the flashbang off the start that allowed them to stop the attackers in their tracks and then force them to play aggressive. So this is something you see a lot here on lockdown, is the defenders do not want to be sitting back and allowing the plant if possible. They want to be trying to force them off of B, especially when you have this Anvil who can then so easily go and retake on the A site. So they throw the flash off immediately with a Seeker bow to help with the reveal, and then they push through red, they push up to Snake as you saw Bopster do, and try and find those cheeky little shots. The bomb seems like has gone down on A, but that is Gronky going to be taken down in the trade for the bomb plant. I imagine the revive will come out, and then we're on a sort of 4v4 situation with retake potential, and this is where the defensive lineup that they've chosen really comes into play, where they can go for this retake with the Anvil, depending on where they've planted. So there's a few different plant spots. I've gone over them in my videos a little bit about where's best to plant. The Seeker bow comes out, doesn't reveal anybody there on the right, and they are going to go... He moved the bomb. I've never seen that interaction before, but he is able to put the shield blocking off towards the tower, so you can defuse this nice and easily. 2 and 1, and it's done. They completely took over the control of tower there and of luggage to make sure the Bopster wouldn't get shot. He gets the shield down in his favor to block from anyone up in tower or from their back spawn, and is able to get that defuse off nice and easily. The key there for them was actually going off and taking luggage control, which is the area to the right where he had the shield not facing. By doing that, he basically had a lot of advantage. He couldn't get shot from the side. That shield then only faces one way, and that's the perfect kind of retake you want in that situation. They've said at the start, actually, in the pre-game here, if they go for plan, we win every round. So that's kind of what we're expecting to see. We're expecting to see good retakes as long as they stay with numbers advantage, or at least equal numbers. And again, there goes the flash, there goes the bow, and there comes the counter flash. But the one difference they have is that they have the double flash immunity on their side. This is very aggressive here from both teams. Bopster here played up onto Snake. All the utility is coming down trying to find a pick. You see this a lot at this high level. They're just trying to find a pick. Okay, it's an early shield, so you can't play for retake with the shield down, but he's afraid that someone may be on his side, and it is them pushing through to red and finding a pick out there. The smoke obviously messing with any aim assist. Bop is a mouse and keyboard player, but the controller players on his team, it may suffer. You can tell they're really pinched here. Bop is literally one shot, and he is going to get flooded out there. He just, I think, overstayed in that position a little bit too long. He put the shield down, which was obviously great. It helped him survive if he could stay behind it. But with the complete control and numbers advantage that the attacking team had, they weren't looking too good there.
I heard you were one shot red and
nah. Watching some of these high level players and the way they can pull off things like that, those kind of shots, peeking over the cover so quickly, is really, really impressive. But that's going to be a round for the attackers. Attackers are favored here on this side of lockdown, so really it's the sort of as many rounds as we can take sort of play for the defenders. And in that one, I just think they played aggressive and then they got stopped, and that was the issue. Is Bop had been able to take Snake control, which is kind of the furthest point you really want to be pushing unless you get a kill, but his team weren't able to take full red control. They were pushed out from Kestrel and the explosives and the bounce nades from Seeker and Kestrel, and the ultimate coming out and the Talon flash. There was a lot of utility thrown at them to force them back, and that's kind of the counterplay. Is honestly what happens here is just who can util jump quicker, and then who forces who out of the point.
I hear mid. I'm gonna just rap.
So it looks like the defenders won this round of the B fight. The attacking team decided to dip off, and they're maybe gonna have to go for an A plant. But they are keeping 2 here just in case the Talons are able to reveal every member of the enemy team. So it's a really good position there for them, just to see who's where. You see, they're actually being really cautious like concerned that they may actually still come to this site, and it's not really a site you want to give up. It's kind of hard to get the anvil shield down without it being beamed through so easily. And there you see them. You see them two on the dart right there, and they are going to go for a pick here. He does shoot a little bit early, in my opinion, missed a couple of shots, unfortunately, but will find Corrupt just about. The Saint did win his fight, and now he's in a bit of trouble. His teammate died, and the revive will come out for them. So a little bit unfortunate. He is managing to get that pick with Frag out there on his side. And now they've got an okay position. It's okay. I wouldn't say it's great here. They've got like a triangular formation, but they see them dip off on the Talon Dart, and they're going to be going for a 3v3 retake over on the A side, most likely.
Roll luggage, catch roll luggage.
Luggage,
And he's going to kill him outside of me again. Oh, it's a rectangle.
They've got about 25 seconds left on the clock. This is honestly the point where you may just want to play for not letting them plant, and that is going to be Gronky finding Corrupt there. So they've just got to be able to find the one with the bomb. Oh, he rolls straight into him. He does find one, and one shot left on the Saint. Might be enough. C4 comes out. It's 2v1. A few seconds left, and the shots will find the final kill. And that's nice. I like that. So yeah, when we get to that 25-second point, 30-second point, that's when you can start thinking, okay, we don't need to play for a retake here. They don't have a lot of time. They're under a lot of pressure. They may make a mistake, make an aggressive push like they did, and we might be able to capitalize on it. And that is what they decide to do in that situation. And that, again, is why they win the round. You can see how important the B side is for them. They know that they're comfortable in A. They know that they can play around A with that anvil shield. So as long as they take B and hold B and force them off of B like they have been, they're looking pretty good. A lot of people complain about lockdown and what it's like to defend on it, but this is kind of the perfect defense. And now they're playing aggressive. They get the flash. They get some. I don't actually think they got any reveals. I think the team are now waiting back for the Seeker arrow to make sure they don't get hit by it and not revealed. And now they're going for the same defensive setup, just kind of giving them again that little bit of leeway on A to make sure they can play for it if they need to.
Right, okay. Y'all just gonna have to hold outside. Yeah, you're right.
The comm comes down there. You guys are just going to have to hold outside. As long as they don't die, they can play a 4v4 retake like they have been pretty comfortably.
I can see that corner right here.
Okay. I hear one running back to B.
This is the patience play. They're just coming with each other, calling out, call out, 7 over to hold position, because they don't want anyone to over push and get caught.
And then I'm dead.
Corrupt finds Gronky there. That's the sort of util play that they tend to go for here. Nice shots, taking 60-80. Not quite able to get the 100 there, which would have been really, really nice for the trade. The revive does go out onto Gronky.
That latency. Yo, there's one mid, I feel like. There's one mid.
They'll be very careful. This is a really good pinch. If Delena can get this kill, he does. Nice, that's really good. They see another one back there. That's a fair trade. Although it is going to be Delena going down by picks. C4s get traded, but 99 damage. That is tilting. They will be able to pick up that kill. And again, now they're playing around A. This is where they feel comfortable.
I flashed him.
Shield comes down. Defuse is going. He had a bit of trouble getting it off there right this second. 3 seconds left on the clock. His teammate is alive and well and defending him. The defuse will come down nice and easy. The C4 actually was kind of close there. But what you saw there, and I'll sort of break down how they went about that retake, because it's not just straight, hey, let's all run to site and let's just get the shield down. There's that pick potential, right? They're going for picks. They're trying to spread the enemy team across the map, and that's exactly what they did. You saw from the attacker side, once they had the bomb down, they had one back in their spawn. They had one sitting on their side of luggage, and 2 sitting actually on luggage itself, I believe, around that area. And what they were doing is they split their defenders to go and clear out those locations in a 2 situation. So you saw how Delena and Bop were able to pick off that one there, and then they moved to another one as Bop then went to site, and they sort of stuck in pairs to flush them out and just, like I said, spread them out a little bit. Again, they've given up B here now, so this should be a nice easy A retake. Trophy systems have come out. We've got 2 for him, just to keep a little bit of survivability. And the bomb has gone down instantly on A. Nice little pick coming there as they do try and get out, but it is going to be in a bit of trouble. And you see, they're staying in 2s. They're actually pushing for the kills first before they're just going for this straight retake. And this is the difference between some of these teams is, oh, we got beam from the side there. That is unfortunate. They're sticking together. They are basically a 4-man squad, team shooting together. They see the last one up in tower, and now Bop knows, okay, he's got enough teammates alive to get the shield off. and he's going to get it down, and there is no way that anything's going to happen there. Pix has to push, or Ink has to push, I think it was, but it's not going to matter. This is a big difference in lockdown from what I see in regular teams, like sort of pub teams, compared to these high-level teams, is they play for the kills before the retake, and that is massive. You see them pushing literally as 4 people, basically on the same spot, just team shooting everything, finding them out, flushing them out, pushing them further and further back into their spawn, because the further back you push your enemies and get a few picks along the way, the easier it is to put their shield down, because it's more time for them to run back. And that is what you're noticing here on lockdown, is this just this flood back. It's kind of like a barricade, right? Of they are this team, this barricade that are pushing them further and further and further back, and then dropping Bopster back to plant the shield, so it's better for them. Some flashes come down. No flash came down from that, but there's going to be a nice bounce nade from Corruptor. I imagine is going to be at this point on the Seeker with that bounce nade, which is going to kill anybody. They get a nice little trade up with another bounce nade. This is bounce nade meta, but they are just trying to team shoot. Oh, he's absolutely one shot. But the revives are big right now. 2 versus 2.
Yo, pillar, shoot him.
Come on, a sensor, bro.
No, bro.
Come outside, get on pillar. I think you saw pillar.
Upstairs, he's not on pillar. He's backed up.
Gronk gets picked off and is now just left to, I believe, Delena to try something here, but 1v3 not going to do a lot. That was a really good play by the attackers there to stop the aggression. They got the pick on Bopster, and that is huge. They can do so much when Bopster on the anvil is dead, because Bopster honestly is their everything in terms of the retake on A. So they can absolutely dip to A. They will manage to get some fights and some kills off on the flip side as well, just with some good bounce nades. You saw that the Q Hamsters here tried to aggressively push off of the pick they got from Frag Out. They did trade, obviously, Bopster for whoever they downed with the grenade, and then they tried to push that advantage even further, but without Bop there on Snake to really hold them down, it became a bit difficult. They had no one else on Snake to sort of hold that, and then by that point they eventually did get to Snake. They had people coming through mid to shoot them. A lot of that comes down to just getting bounce naded there by Bop, and obviously there's not really much he can do. They now are predicting where he goes. He's got to change up his path or get a trophy down insanely quick to try and stop them. But it's a rinse and repeat formula. They're stacking 3 inside, they're stacking 1 outside just to make sure they don't get it for complete free. And here comes the bow, the flash, and the plays are going to come down. They have got the flash there, but you see how he's not pushing forward this time? Now he is. Don't get bounce naded.
Nice, that's 3.
He would have got bounce. That's a huge bounce nade from Frag, taking the 3 out there. They're the sort of plays that you just need in the final moments of a tournament like this, and then they clean up. The quick aggression from that bounce nade to then accelerate into actually doing something from it was massive right there. They get the bounce nade, they get 3 down on it, and then they fly. And it's not even like there's no hesitation there. They know, and they fly.
Let's go.
Okay, switching up now, they're on the attacking side, and they've gone for the pretty much exact same comp as their opponents did, with the Saint now, with the Talon, with the Kestrel, and then with the Seeker. The reason that people are pairing Kestrel and Seeker so often together is just those bounce nades are so strong. They're proven really, really effective in the current meta, and the reveal from both of them, and just the kill pressure, the Riptide being an amazing gun in Kestrel's hands, are just proving really, really good. And then we have Delena here on the Talon, not only because the Deadeye in the hands of these really good players is amazing, but also because that Talon Dart and Flashbang are so useful. Also, you got the double C4, which is really nice too. We'll see what the other team pick, and it is going to be a basic mirror matchup, other than the fact that they opted for Saint over Daria, which does limit their flash potential. They can get flash now, as opposed to when Bopster's team were on the defense. They had the double flash immunity from the Daria link to Anvil.
I don't know.
They got pistols too, bro.
Revive pressure is really important currently in the game. Every team is basically running a medic at some point just because you need that. Also, you got to remember, Seeker has lifeline too, which means he can act in this medic role kind of later on into the rounds when he does have it, which is really important also. So again, flying at B, 4 people, the bow does come down from both teams and so do the flashes. It's basically a rinse and repeat of both sides, but it depends on which team are more aggressive, and that's a really nice headshot by Bop to take down picks. They are going to try and stop the drone, and they do. He did see the talent up, but chose not to do it. Okay.
Nice.
That's a really good pick there on middle, but you see the difference in how the defenders now are holding the point. They did a 2-2 split. So they had 2 push up and try and push up to Snake, and 2 flank through mid. However, the one who died when to Snake died before the 2 in mid got there to cover him, and the other one that was with him dipped back and then eventually got picked, and now they're just playing for this final kill, and they do get it. So there's a slight difference in, I think, what is working for Bops' team, Cute Hamsters defense compared to Public Enemy's defense, at least in that first round, was the 3-1 stack for B and playing for B compared to the 2-2, and that numbers disadvantage when you have 4 people flying at you is really, really big. Even with the utility to slow them down, unless those 2 in mid can absolutely fly for free, you're going to be in trouble. I think what happened is they didn't get 4-man revealed, or the Sigma didn't 4-man reveal them, and that was what stopped the 2 in mid trying to fly at them. They got 3 there, which means they know at least 1 is there. That's a good call there to now rotate to A. Gotta be careful of the 1 who's there. They do throw the bomb down, although no one is in range to pick that up. Never mind, Talon is Talon. Gotta love Mag Gloves. Mag Gloves is great. Great for bomb retrieval. Okay, they gotta use their smokes wisely. We'll see where they play their smokes. Normally 1 on that blue box right there is pretty useful. Chose not to smoke. That is going to be Delena going down there with the reverse smoke coming through. So they got smoked off from luggage, and then Delena just got played for from everybody else. Given the call outs, they know who's in luggage. They know, so from Bops' perspective, they have a talent dart to see who is around, maybe going for the bomb. Good pick out there from Fragment to find Remix, and they see 2 there. They got to get the anvil. The anvil was the important one to get the kill for, and Bops is playing for it. He does get it. That is huge. If that revive doesn't come out, and it doesn't, that is really, really good. The way they've planned it means they can play for tower right now and play in the positions they are. That's why Bops is falling off of luggage, just to come and play these angles, because they can kill whoever goes to that bomb so easily. And this should be a nice round win for the blue team. Oh, it does get beamed to 1 shot, is now punching a wall. That is going to be a trade from Ink to Gronky to Frag. And that will be the round win for them. 1 more round in it, match point is what we're looking at here. And honestly, this is just showing the dominance that this team has on lockdown. They know how to play it, they know what the disadvantage of playing defense is, and they've found out a way to counter it. And then they know how to counter the counter that they've adopted. So Public Enemies are kind of in this situation where I feel like they're less confident knowing how to defend on on lockdown, and so they've adopted Cute Hamsters' formula of the 3-1 stack. At least they tried to that round, but Cute Hamsters know how to counter that because it is their play. Good bow comes down. We'll reveal 1. No more than 1 though they do see the second one there. The flash comes down. That will flash them out. Corrupt does find Bop there. They go for the revive and probably will stick it. This is the sort of situation where Public Enemies need to fly at them, but they didn't. And that's not going to be so good for them, because now it's a 4v4 again. They have slowed them down, but they haven't got the utility now to stop the attackers here pushing further forward. So now they're coordinating exactly how they want to push this.
Okay, you ready?
C4 comes down.
Okay, come on. I'm ready.
You gotta be careful. They can't jump over now. Okay, they're smoking 1 over onto site, and they said they want to play for the people on red. They see 1 all the way out there in mid. They see 2 on Snake, 1 outside, and that means there's 1 either on site or on red, and they do go for that kill, and they do trade it, but the revive will likely come out for their team. They're just getting picks here. They're able to find it. They've got the angles. When you take red there, so perfect. When they get that pick on red, as they did, and can fly through red, they see those 2 people on Snake so easily. That is why in the original rounds, Bot put his shield there when they knew that the enemy team had red control, but it didn't look like they were able to do that. So this is the first map of the best of 5, the second best of 5 in fact. They did play 1 best of 5 and won it. They're now playing a second best of 5 for these grand finals. And yeah, we'll catch in with more maps as we continue through these videos. Alright guys, I hope that breakdown really helped you understand a little bit about the in and outs of how Cute Hamsters played Lockdown against Public Enemies here. A lot of the competitive community and player base do say that Lockdown is just a very attacker heavy map and that it shouldn't really be in rotation. However, Cute Hamsters clearly showed that that is completely not true. There are ways to play around it, ways to stack your team and your composition to meet the requirements of Lockdown, and they execute it so perfectly here as you saw in the video. I'm going to be covering a couple more maps from these grand finals, so let me know in the comments if you enjoy this, what you want to see from that, any maps specifically you want to see, and I'll get to them. Okay then guys, that takes us to the end of the video, and if you did enjoy, make sure you leave a like and subscribe to the channel. You can also come follow me on twitch.tv/RADTHARGAMING to see live gameplay commentaries, guides, Q&As, and playing with viewers. All the links you're needed down in the description below, but for now, I hope you have a fantastic day. And remember, be loyal, be brave, be relentless, and I'll catch you in the next video.